Ron Artest Meta World Peace, but only off 3-pointers. I hate passing with him. He only thing he's good for is 3-pointers. And they get another layup. A couple of these should have been sitting to the crowd. There's one later where Tayshaun Prince tries to shoot from the baseline and Gasol has a hand up. Should have just that should have been in the top seat of the bleachers is where it should have been. And he makes the shot. I can't believe he makes that. That one should have been off the backboard. Gasol should just beat that. Give it to Gasol here. I think he like throws. Yeah, there he is. I don't know why Gasol was just doing garbage shit this game. It pissed me off. And one. This and one pissed me off. It was just rolling around, and it's 30-14, and I'm down 16, and I can't believe this.
And no problem at the line here for the three-point play.
4 seconds coming out with Kobe. I don't know what I was doing here. Wet ball. What I tried to do, I tried to stop at the 3-point line, but I actually went too far, pulled up on the line, and just hit the shot. I was fine with hitting the shot, but I wanted the 3-point, but it didn't really matter to me as long as I made the shot.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going.
And I believe Kobe's not on the floor this quarter, and I have Matt Barnes. So Matt Barnes is my next player. I hit it with Ebanks, and Ebanks is a terrible shooter. I can't believe I don't know why he's in that shooting guard. He's a small forward, and he is terrible. After this game, I traded a couple players, so I have a second shooting guard. Right now, the Lakers only have Kobe Bryant as a shooting guard, so I don't have anyone coming in for him. Now I have an actual shooting guard. I have a better point guard. I traded Steve Blake. I like Steve Blake because Steve Blake can hit threes, but I need a better point guard. Ramon Sessions is hurt. I think he got hurt the same game Bynum did, but Bynum only hurt his ankle, and Ramon Sessions like tore his ACL.
And of course, there's the Pistons, more than a few spots below.
Well, right now for the Pistons, they've been smack dab in the middle of the pack and just haven't been able to climb the ladder. They've been stuck in kind of a middling form.
Yeah, they've just sort of been hovering there in the middle of the pack. And, you know, this is not a very exciting team, and I think that's a problem. I mean, you've got to give your fans some hope.
It's Jordan Hill.
And, this team,
Jordan Hill missed the shot.
Just kind of ho-hum.
Going back to that Lakers home
Troy Murphy goes over the back. I don't know why. Some of these fouls don't even make sense why they do them.
You know, the star watching at the games, good play on the floor. That's quite a scene.
It's a great scene. One of the great venues in the NBA. And the Lakers, they're competitive year in and year out. And they'll continue to be a tough team, whether it's at Staples Center or on the road.
And it's Gordon missing.
Well, they are getting out rebounded here, and it's showing up on the scoreboard as well.
Yeah, it's something they're going to have.
And right here, I think I was like, all right, take it all the way with Barnes. Yep, there it is. Misses. Matt Barnes' shot is weird. Like not just how he swings his arm, but if you shoot it, it looks like it's going in, but it spins out like Kobe's. There I go. I don't know why he didn't duck it. He just goes up and does a layup. I used to think Barnes couldn't get up, but in 2K12 he goes up and bangs it. 2K11 he'd go up and just lightly tap it in. I have some pretty sick dunks with Kobe in this game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Andrew Bynum's checked in for Hill, and Kobe is subbed in for Devin Ebanks. Detroit also making some changes.
Yep, gives it to Barnes right there.
Checked in for Wallace.
Barnes comes down.
Villanueva comes in for Jason Maxine.
Layup.
And Tayshaun Prince subbed in for Damian Wilkins. Steve, going back to those 9 wins on the road for Detroit you just talked about. Clark just
I think I should put Matt Barnes in the starting lineup because I don't like having Ron Artest in the lineup. Wet ball. Oh, that might even shoot it. Thought he was going to shoot it.
Successfully put together strong offensive showings, especially on the road. And I think you've got to score
Kobe.
better on the road than you do.
That would have been.
That
would have been sick if he made that.
You've got to be ready to score the ball.
Line him up top, guarded by Blake. Kobe with the steal.
For the most part, they're doing
Steal.
a nice job of it.
Oh, and the jam
Coming down. Dunk session.
Replay here. Right slam cam showing it once more.
Yes,
Here we go.
indeedy. Boy, I love that one. That's not just any plain dunk. That has some panache to it.
It's an energizer, guys. That
Still down 10 though, so
That will lift the whole team up.
not the greatest thing going in right now.
pass to Monroe.
About halfway through the second.
Post up shot. And Andrew Bynum pulls it down. Lakers trail by 10.
And Andrew Bynum, a guy who has been hit with injuries throughout his career. But when he's healthy, the Lakers are so tough to beat because of the length.
That was a good lob to Troy Murphy. I think that's where I was like, here, I'm going to throw it. And I thought Troy Murphy was going to stop at the three-point line like he does sometimes. But he actually kept going, so I was kind of happy. I think because the way the screen was, so I just was like, oh, shit, he better make that. And I was very pissed off about that because Villanueva should never score. I can't believe he scored a fadeaway like that. It didn't even matter that it was goaltending. It was going in anyways. I was furious about that.
Stuckey comes in for Tayshaun Prince, and Knight subbed in for Will Bynum. Barnes, money from the wing. Barnes has got 6. And last season there were a few
Barnes is always wet. I like Matt
Barnes.
Barnes.
Bynum had delayed surgery after the finals, Clark, so that he could go to the World Cup soccer.
Well, when you're a pro basketball player, that has to be your
Wet ball.
first priority. I'm a big-time soccer fan myself.
They were scoring all day. All day.
Yep.
Yeah, but he was ready to go come playoff time, and, you know, that's kind of the Lakers' go-to philosophy. Just be ready when the playoffs show up. And he did play pretty well in the postseason.
Then I go to Gasol, I think so. Oh, go to Hill. And I don't know how Jordan Hill hit that. Usually when I give it to centers, they try and throw it up really hard. I was so happy Jordan Hill hit that shot. But he passes it down, and I think they get a. Oh, no. Oh. This is where they started posting up with Stuckey on Blake, and Blake was getting killed. I couldn't come over, and when I did, they'd hit a shot. I think layup. Oh, no. This one, oh, my goodness. This bounces off both of my players, and Steve Blake, it just goes out of bounds. I'm thinking while I'm playing this, I'm like, all you had to do is catch that. We would have went down, had a bang out for Matt Barnes.
He's got 13. Dishes to Stuckey, and Monroe back.
That pass shouldn't get in.
And Hill over to help.
Here we go.
Stuckey
I don't know why Monroe was trying to
5 to shoot.
do that.
And there's Knight. That's good on the assist by Stuckey. And it's a 12-point
Then
Piston
there's
lead.
another layup.
Boy, he's been so dependable
Yes,
here in this
15.
game, really playing well offensively.
Here's Barnes from outside off the mark.
A nice little rebounding advantage they're enjoying here.
Yeah, and that's the reason they've got this big lead. I mean, they're dominating the glass and really being tougher than their opponent.
Still down by 10, second quarter.
Now here's Stuckey, guarded closer. And Morris comes over to help.
Wow,
Knight.
Stuckey.
Goes up.
Here comes a
And
three.
foul on the shot. He'll go
There it
to the
is.
strike for 2. They get Paul Gasol.
Highly decorated in high school, Brandon Knight. Florida's Mr. Basketball.
See, I didn't know what to do because if Stuckey stands on Blake, he's gonna score. If I double team, Brandon Knight's gonna score. These two players. I mean, Detroit's like besides those two players, and Tayshaun Prince, this team is terrible. But since both of them are three-point shooters, this team was very hard to play against. Kobe, I held it too long right there. I should have hit that.